Safa suspended all football-related activities until the 4th of April, subject to a status report of the coronavirus in the country. The custodians of football looked at the response of FIFA, CAF and other leagues around the world to see what is the most effective way to deal with the issue at hand.
We see that we have inadequate provision for the protection of the players' health, that we should proceed. So our position is that all matches must be postponed until we find a clear solution. And most of the league said by the 4th of April we'll make a further assessment.
Safa will not consider playing football matches behind closed doors because it has proved ineffective in Europe.
We cannot place the burden on the player to then decide whether to play or not to play. We have a responsibility to govern football and therefore protect the player. You will see that the president of the IOC, Thomas Bach, said the interests and the health of the athletes first. The president of FIFA says the interest in the player and the health of the player first.
On Monday, PSL chairman Ivan Khoza announced the suspension of all matches this week. The decision was pending an outcome of a Board of Governors meeting on Thursday on the way forward. But as it stands, it seems the league will have no option but to adhere to Safa's directive. The risk is too high should football activities continue in the country. It will also go against medical best practice and decisions taken by other international sports bodies.
As medical people, our responsibility is to make sure that we provide health and safety for all athletes, and that takes priority above all. As the Chief Medical Officer of South African Football Association, I made an oath when I graduated as a doctor to say my patients comes first. And unfortunately in this situation, I have that responsibility to advise the authorities, to SAFA authorities, to say the athletes' health comes first, because of the risk associated with playing.
Football is driven by emotions and adrenaline. There are also habits that players have adopted that include hugging during celebrations. The continuation of football activities in the country will be disruptive should just one player test positive for the coronavirus.
The state president has made Safa to come to a position of suspending all football activities. The call is to stop or curb the spread of COVID-19 because prevention is better than cure, and at the moment we are scared that we might not be in a position to deal with this if first world countries are really having difficulties in dealing with this matter.
Meanwhile, CAF has suspended its competitions that include the 2020 Chan Tournament, the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers and the Junior World Cup qualifiers. Lebang Tube, SABC News, Johannesburg.